Hello, you wonderful people. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're all having a great day. Today, I'm not on screen with my face. I apologize for that. I'm looking like crap today. I haven't been shaving for about 4 or 5 days, and my hairdo is a complete mess, so no cameras today. But not to worry, because I'm taking you on a very nice trip to St. Louis, which is the second largest city in the state of Missouri in the United States of America. Because some of my critics told me, oh, you always show the bad parts of Detroit and Los Angeles, and those are the worst cities of the United States of America. The rest of America is okay. Well, okay, let's go to St. Louis. Now, of course, I do want to show you what the bad parts of St. Louis look like. But the problem is they're so easy to find. There are so many of them. And that's about the case for every big American city. So let's jump to a pretty random part of central St. Louis. Now, if you want to find the bad parts, just look for the green areas. That's where most houses are demolished. And bingo, look how easy this is. These big American cities have so many parts that are totally declined. As you can see in this particular area, people are using the street as a public waste dump. The question is why? Because there's a dumpster right next to it. Oh, look, this once used to be a car, and now it's just a wreck. And another public waste dump, yeah. Oh, there's a nice little dog. Hello, doggy. Apparently the dog is living in this house. Oh, look at this. It's so sad. This used to be a beautiful mansion, and look at it now. Oh, look at this. This is so bad. Look at all the garbage and the waste that people dumped on the street. What's wrong with people? Now, one of the very interesting things about Google Street View is that you can jump back in time. So, look at this little building. First it was like this, and then a few years later it was like this, and then a couple of years later it was like this. Oh, look at this. This is really bad. There's really nothing left of this house. And another public waste dump right next to the dumpster. Why? From a distance, this looks like a house, but if you zoom in, you see it's not really a house. It's more of a ruin. It doesn't even have a roof. And there we have a whole row of abandoned houses. Look, it's not just a few streets that I carefully selected to make that American city of St. Louis look bad. No, it's hundreds of streets that look like this. St. Louis has thousands of abandoned houses. It's not just individual houses, it's also buildings like these. This contains about 20 units, I think, and there are a couple of these buildings, all of them abandoned and boarded up. What in the sweet Lord's name is going on here? The entire back end of this house is gone. No more facade, no more windows, no more doors, everything is gone. If you're standing right in front of this, it looks like a home. But if you're zooming out a bit, you see that it's much more like a ruin. It doesn't even have a roof. We don't see many people in these areas. But what is this guy doing here? Look, he has a backpack and he wears some kind of badge. Why would he wear a badge? Could it perhaps be a vulnerable person? Maybe the badge contains his name and address, so that people can help him to get back home again. Anyway, this doesn't look like a safe place for this gentleman. Look, the whole porch of the house has collapsed. Of course, we can go back in time to see how this came to be. A couple of years ago, everything was fine, but now, bam, everything has collapsed. The tragic thing is that many of these houses must have been beautiful in their heydays. What's this? Someone put a message out there for us. Oh, I can read that. This one must have been abandoned decades ago. So tragic. Again, an entire row of ruins. Well, someday someone thought it worth their time to paint the entire building red. And look at it now. The crazy thing is that people just set these buildings on fire. This was pretty remarkable in this area. There were two of these very tall columns. This one, which I think is beautiful. I've no idea what it is and why it's there. And then there is this one, which is also fascinating. Strangely so, these are maybe the only two structures in the entire area that are in good condition. Hey, there's a lady there, standing in the middle of the street. Ah, now I see. Let's move on. Yeah, we sometimes seem to forget that these dilapidated areas do not only consist of buildings. There are also people who are still living here, despite everything we've seen. Look at these two boys. I suppose they're going to work. Perhaps together with the older gentleman. Perhaps that's their father. What is going on here? Someone just took away half the building. I strongly suspect people just stealing building materials from these abandoned buildings. I think that's what's going on, and perhaps that's why we see so many collapsed buildings. You just can't make this stuff up. I mean, reality is stranger than fiction. This really makes me sad. Children are actually growing up here in these areas. But, fortunately, there are signs of hope. In this case provided by this gentleman. He is sitting at this staircase in front of his house. But look at the message he has for us. As displayed in his front yard. Bravo! You're a fine gentleman. Well, that was it for today. This was my trip to St. Louis in Google Street View. It was just me picking some random streets in the central area of St. Louis, Missouri. And this is what we see. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, then please feel free to hit that subscribe button. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.